The pattern proves it. She's unsafe with weekday custody. The father plants a folder on counsel table. His lawyer slides Exhibit A to the bench. Citations, timestamps, school tardies circled in red. The mother answers without blinking. Those mornings, Your Honor, I was leaving a second shift. I wasn't reckless. I was exhausted and alone. Judge Caprio scans the grid. We're not retrying traffic tickets. We're deciding what keeps a 7-year-old safe. Father's lawyer. Safety means punctuality and predictability. She has neither. Mother's lawyer. Safety means rest, routine, and no one racing the clock. These patterns are built from double shifts and rigid exchanges he refused to flex. The father leans in. I've never refused anything. From the gallery, a teacher raises a hand. Permission to note a concern? The child has become afraid of being late. He sketches clocks in the margins. He drew this. A crumpled paper slips from a manila envelope. The clerk lifts it, courthouse steps, a long bench, a smiling figure in a robe, a small heart sticker. Father's lawyer scoffs. Art class is not evidence. Judge Caprio doesn't toss it. He studies the smile, the bench. Who brought this? Mother softly. He did. He asked if the court listens. Father. Or she staged it. Judge. Enough. I want attendance logs, the actual citation dockets, and any communications about exchanges. He taps the drawing. And this stays with the file until I understand why it exists. Mother's lawyer places phone records on the rail. Texts asking to push pickup 15 minutes so the child could finish sleeping. Denied. Consistently. Father bristles. Because she weaponizes lateness. Judge Caprio sets both exhibits side by side. Today isn't about scoring points. It's about whether a schedule is forcing two adults into choices a child pays for. He turns the crumpled sketch over. A stick figure stands beside the robed man. A tiny caption in pencil. The man who listens. A hush settles. The judge places the drawing on the bench, face up. Counsel, he says, we move from accusation to verification. The paper trail will speak. He looks to the clerk. Call the first witness on tardies. The teacher steps forward, hands trembling just enough to notice. But what happened next? The voice in the room seems to tighten with expectation. Shocked everyone in the courtroom. The records will answer what rhetoric can't. Judge Caprio nods to the father's attorney. Proceed. A laminated chart clicks onto the easel. Dates, times, citations. 3 speeding, 1 improper stop, 6 school tardies. Father's lawyer, a consistent pattern of rush and risk. Mother's lawyer, or a consistent pattern of refusal to shift exchanges. Teacher, under oath. The child flinches at the bell. He whispers, if we're late, we're in trouble. He drew the courthouse steps after visiting traffic court once. Father, she dragged him to court? Mother, I had no sitter after a night shift. I paid the fine. Judge, when was that visit? Mother, 2 months ago. Clerk enters attendance logs. The timestamps don't lie. Tardies cluster around exchange mornings. The judge's eyes move to a column of text messages projected on a monitor. Mother, 11:04 p.m. He fell asleep at 10. Can we do 7:30, not 7:15? Father, 11:06 p.m. Order says 7:15. Stick to it. Mother, 6:58 a.m. He's still groggy. 10 minutes? Father, 6:59 a.m. No. The father shifts. Structure matters. Mother, so does a child's sleep. Judge Caprio lifts the citation dockets. Who was driving during the March 14 stop at 7:42 a.m.? Father's lawyer. She was. Mother's lawyer. Exchange day, he had the car. Father. Different weekend. Mother's lawyer. GPS ping from his phone at the stoplight. Daycare sign-in shows his signature at 7:58. A murmur ripples. The father's jaw tightens. I signed in. She was late. I took over. Judge raises a hand. We'll verify with officer notes. He turns back to the drawing on the bench. The heart sticker glints under the courtroom lights. Teacher adds carefully, the child called the robed figure, the man who listens. He said, he gives hearts for safe driving. Father mutters, he means me. I reward stars for on time. The mother looks down. Judge Caprio measures the room. I'm not a star chart. He taps the dockets. I am a timeline. He orders the raw citation data and corresponding officer body cam notes, then looks to both tables. Next witness, the ticketing officer. Chairs scrape, breath shortens, and the case edges toward a contradiction waiting to explode. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom. Officer Ruiz takes the stand. March 14th, 7:42 a.m. Red sedan rolled a stop, then accelerated. Driver, male, late 30s. Child seat and back. Father's lawyer. Identification certainty? Ruiz. License matched the male driver. Body cam corroborates. The father swallows. I thought that was a Saturday. Mother's lawyer. It was a Thursday. A second docket. April 3rd, 7:19 a.m. Improper lane change. Driver, same male. He said, I'm late for drop-off. The chart on the easel buckles. Red circles that once indicted the mother now cross over father's exchange days. Judge Caprio's tone cools to steel. Sir, your affidavits attribute March 14th and April 3rd to her. Father's lawyer interjects. Clerical confusion. Mother's lawyer clicks to more messages. Mother, 9:44 p.m. He's overtired. Can we switch mornings? I'll do evenings. Father, 9:46 p.m. Court order is not a suggestion. Judge, Mr. Parker, were you pressing tight pickups knowing they forced, rushed drives, Father? I followed the order. Judge, you weaponized the clock. Silence. The father exhales. I wanted structure. I didn't want excuses. Mother, I wanted 10 minutes for his eyes to open. The judge turns the drawing toward the father. Tell me what you see. Father, a judge, a bench, a heart sticker. Judge, why would a 7-year-old marry a courtroom to a heart? Teacher, from the aisle. He said the judge listens. He asked if the judge could stop the racing. Mother's lawyer introduces the daycare sign-in sheets. The father's signature on the days he swore he wasn't there. The gallery shifts, sensing the ground tilt. Judge Caprio lifts a second drawing pulled from the teacher's folder. Courthouse steps with a small figure holding the heart. When did this child come here? Mother, the day I paid a ticket. He watched people tell the truth and be heard. Father's eyes flicker, pride folding into something smaller. So the drawing isn't me. Judge, it isn't about either of you. It's about what the child begs this court to do. End the race. He looks to the clerk. Subpoena the body cam footage for both dates and bring in the guardian ad litem. The father's shoulders sag. The mother's hands unclench. The room leans forward as if the next seconds might decide the entire case. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom. The guardian ad litem sits straight, voice even. I met the child twice. He is anxious about clocks. He repeats, we can't be late or we get in trouble. He keeps a sticker sheet of hearts. Judge Caprio. What does the drawing mean to him? Gallon. He says the judge gives a heart for safe driving. He wants the mornings to feel slow. He wants no one to run. Father Small. He thinks I'm mad when we're late. Gal. He thinks the clock is mad. He blames himself. The clerk cues a brief recorded statement, soft, careful. I like when the man listens. I don't want mom or dad to race. Can we go slower in the morning? The courtroom stills. Even the rustle of paper stops. Mother whispers, that's his voice. Father covers his mouth. Mine made the sirens. Judge Caprio folds his hands. Mr. Parker, Ms. Diaz, this case isn't about who wins morning custody. It's about a child who has made the court his last speed bump. Father nods, barely. I pushed the pickups. I thought structure would fix everything. It made me faster, not better. Mother, I hid how tired I was. I was afraid he'd use it against me. Judge, you both used time as leverage. Time answered with blue lights. He turns to counsel. I'm prepared to restructure, wider exchange windows, shared morning duties, transportation tied to school start, not parental shifts. Father's lawyer, he petitioned for sole weekdays. Judge, that petition is incompatible with the child's voice. He looks to the drawing again, and something tender but immovable settles in his tone. This is not art. It is testimony drawn in crayon. The father breathes out. I'll take the safety course. I'll volunteer at the crosswalk. Mother, I'll switch shifts. I'll stop saying yes to nights. Judge, good, because the new order will require both. A collective inhale. The gavel hasn't fallen, but the decision is forming like weather. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom. Judge Caprio speaks slowly, each clause a rung on a ladder to quiet. The court issues a modified plan. He holds up the old schedule. This created a race. He sets down the new one. This ends it. Exchanges, he reads, occur within a 30-minute window, not at a razor-edge minute. Mornings are shared. Monday, Wednesday with mother, Thursday, Friday with father, alternating weeks. Transportation aligns with school start. No child enters a car before 6:45 a.m. He turns to the citations. All rush-related fines convert to a safety course and 50 hours of community service at the school crossing program. Any future rush-related citation by either parent triggers an automatic review. Father swallows, relief mixing with something like shame. I accept. Mother nods. I accept. Judge Caprio lifts the crumpled drawing. Entered under seal as Child's Exhibit 1. It will not circulate, but its message will govern. He sets a certified copy in a protective sleeve. Counsel will ensure the child receives this copy with a note from the court. Father, what note? Judge, 2 words. He writes, then reads them aloud. Go slow. The gallery exhales. The teacher covers a smile. The guardian ad litem finally blinks. Judge Caprio fixes both parents with the same steady look. If either of you uses this order to corner the other with time, you'll answer to me. The heart is not decoration. From now on, the heart is the rule. He signs. The gavel lands. It's not loud. It doesn't need to be. Outside the paperwork's hush, the father turns to the mother. I can be at the crosswalk at 7 on Thursdays. Mother, I can move my last break to evenings. He won't feel the sirens. They both glance at the sleeve on the bench. The smiling robe, the heart. Inside the courtroom, the silence returns, but it's not fear anymore. It's relief, structured and enforceable. The judge nods to the clerk. Send them the schedule today. The clerk answers, Yes, Your Honor. And for the first time in months, the case breathes. But what happened next shocked everyone in the courtroom. Here you go.